It's Ubuntu. Welcome back to Minecraft Bedrock vs. Java, where I play through both versions of the game and compare the two. I'm here in the Java world. Now that in both the Java Edition world and the Bedrock Edition world, I have Netherwort and I have Blaze Rods, I can make my own potions. And I could use the workstation of my cleric villager, use that brewing stand to just make potions that way. I'm not going to do that. That's lame. I'm going to make my own potion brewing laboratory. So let me get that set up now. Sometimes I wonder how much detail I should go into about some of the mechanics of Minecraft. I'm working on the assumption that people that watch these videos are already familiar with at least one of the two versions of Minecraft. And so if I get into details about explaining how things work that are really the same in both versions, it's not really the point. On the other hand, Minecraft is a complex game. It's surprisingly complicated. And there's some stuff that I might assume everybody knows. Like, everybody knows how to make potions, right? Maybe not. And it might be that, if I said that the first potions I'm going to be making are potions of weakness, and I've been hoarding as much gold ingots as I can get my hands on for the same reason, saying that it might be obvious exactly why I'm making potions of weakness, what I'm doing to do with them, but maybe not. Maybe not to everybody. As I build this, I don't want to give the impression that I'm going to make this an automatic redstone potion brewer. It's possible to do that. You can use redstone setup to set up your potion brewing so that with a few lever pulls and button pushes, you can automatically make whatever kind of potions you want. But I really find that kind of thing to be impractical. It's just, a lot of redstone is like that. It's just like a complicated Rube Goldberg device that really is more trouble than it's worth. It's not really worth the time of building it. The automatic chicken farm that I built in an earlier episode is kind of a good example of one of those types of redstone devices. Some redstone contraptions are worth building. They're worth the effort. Like the melon and pumpkin farm that I built. Totally worth it. But some, like the chicken farm or an automatic potion maker, really takes a long time to build and isn't worth the effort. Alright, after much effort and shuffling around in my inventory, it's built. I definitely have to admit that I'm not using a coherent single style with all my builds. They all look very different from each other. I just try new things, seeing what works and what doesn't. Most of it doesn't. And using materials that I currently have available. Anyway, I think it's time for a quick lesson in potion brewing. Now, in order to brew potions, I have to use bottles of water, and in this slot I have to put fuel, which must be blaze powder. Blaze powder is the only thing you can use for fuel in brewing stands, which is why I had to go to the nether, to another fortress, to find blaze rods before I could do any potion brewing of my own. Okay, now I got fuel, I got water bottles. Now, for almost every potion recipe, you have to add netherwort to the water bottles to convert them into awkward potions. Now I have awkward potions. To that, I can add a number of other ingredients to give different effects. Like if I added a golden carrot, I would get potions of night vision. If I added a pufferfish, I'd get potions of water breathing. Added a glistering melon slice, I would get potions of instant healing. Magma cream would give me potions of fire resistance. And, for almost every recipe, except for one, you need awkward potions. But the kind of potions I'm making is the one exception. I want to make potions of weakness, and for that, I just have to add the ingredient to water bottles. The ingredient I need to add is fermented spider eye. Unfortunately, I don't have the ingredients for that right now. Apparently I forgot the brown mushrooms. I need those to make fermented spider eyes. Sugar, some spider eyes, all right. Combining spider eyes, brown mushrooms, and sugar gives me fermented spider eyes. Add one of those to the water bottles and I will get great. Potions of weakness, 90-second duration, -4 attack damage. That's great. Now you may wonder, why would I make those? I don't want to drink potions of weakness. That's true. But if I add gunpowder to any potion, I turn it into a splash potion. It's kind of like a hand grenade potion. You throw it, and where it hits, everything near it will get the effect of the potion. So this is how I can give the weakness effect to something else. Now we have potions of weakness. Now, the reason why I've been making these potions of weakness is I want to cure zombie villagers. If the villagers in my trading hall should happen to, by some tragic event, get turned into zombies, and then I can cure them, I'll get huge major discounts on my trades. And those discounts are permanent. And I can zombify them and cure them multiple times to get really, really super big discounts. So that's kind of the reason why I've been hoarding gold to make golden apples, because I throw a splash potion of weakness at the zombified villagers, and while they're under the weakness effect, use a golden apple on it and it will cure them. But first I have to actually turn the villagers into zombies. There's a horde of zombies here and nobody's getting in the damn minecart. There we go. Alright, the rest of you can just go. I got one of them in the minecart. There he is. Okay. Good. Okay. If I could just get you to go in there. Thank you. Alright, now one last thing. Give you a name, so you won't go away. Now, let's see if you can infect one of these other villagers for me. He doesn't want to do it. Let's see if that works. Should be able to reach the villagers now. It seems to be going after me, though. Come on, attack the villagers for me.
2,000 years later.
Finally managed to hit that villager, but not enough to kill him. There you go. I don't know what the issue was there. And eventually I managed to get those guys zombified. I don't know. I gotta figure out a more consistent way to get that to work. I have to get them back. There you go. Gets him out of the way. That was a chore. I didn't expect it to be that hard to get them zombified. I should point out that I am doing this on hard difficulty. It is important to do this on hard difficulty. If you do it on medium difficulty, only half of the time will the villagers turn into zombies when they get killed by a zombie. On hard difficulty, it works 100% of the time. Alright. So now I got these guys zombified. Now I throw this splash potion of weakness. It should hit them. And then use the golden apple on them. And after, maybe about 5 minutes-ish, they'll be cured back to normal. And I was hoping to capture that on camera, but unfortunately I had to go and find a bed to sleep in. Actually, is this guy still... Oh, this guy's not cured yet, so maybe I can capture it here. But one guy got cured while I was going to sleep. There we go. He's cured. Now they should give me some significant discounts. 26 sticks for an emerald now. That's not terrible. Not great, but it's not terrible. I cure these guys a few more times, it'll get really good. 4 clay balls for an emerald instead of 10. That's discounted a bit. But I can cure these guys, as many times as I want until the discounts get down to this guy will give me an emerald for a stick, And I will work on that. I will get to that point. It's going to take a lot of golden apples, which is why I hoarded a lot of ingots, many gold, so that I can make all those golden apples. And it's going to take a lot of splash potions of weakness to cure all of these villagers multiple times. But we will work on that. Okay, one last thing before I go to the Bedrock world. I don't know that I really made the point of how powerful this is, converting villagers into zombies and then curing them. What those discounts will do for you. I'm about done now in the Java world. I've got everybody cured up to the point where I'm happy. I could probably cure them a few more times, but I think this is good enough. Let me show you just how powerful this is. So, let's see. Cleric Villager, normally it's 32 rotten flesh for an emerald. 1 rotten flesh for an emerald. I can sell them a single glass bottle for an emerald. Pretty much all of the trays are 1 for an emerald. This fisherman, an emerald for 2 string. And pretty much anything I want to buy from is 1 emerald. This librarian here, I can buy books from them, bookshelves. I can buy bookshelves from them for 1 emerald. I can break those bookshelves down and get 3 books, and I can sell the books back. 1 book for an emerald, so that's instant profit. Silk Touch for 1 emerald. I could get 4 glass for an emerald, which means I could buy a bunch of glass, convert it to glass bottles, and sell it to the cleric. Oh, let's see, what else? This is the greatest. The Master Fletcher. I can sell them a stick for an emerald. 1 stick for an emerald. This armor over here. I can get a full set of diamond armor from this guy for 4 emeralds. It's ridiculous. It's so incredible. And you can see I have a lot more levels now. This is how much emeralds I've gotten for doing a little bit of trading. I can do a lot more if I want to. This is now a great experience farm. Yeah, here there's a librarian that will sell me name tags for 2 emeralds. Mending for 1 emerald. They have 4 glass for an emerald that I can buy. I can convert them to glass panes and glass bottles and sell them to the cartographer and to the cleric for profit. Huge profit. This is really incredibly overpowered. And I'm going to keep the zombie around for a while. I'm not sure if I'm going to find another use for him. I might find a use for him someday. But anyway, let's go to the Bedrock world and do it even better. Cure all of the villagers in the Bedrock world in the trade hall multiple times with a single potion of weakness. Okay, now I'm in the Bedrock world, and something I should mention. Remember how I said last time I'd found bamboo, and I was really happy about that. And I thought, well, I can add that to my zero-tick kelp farm so that I can grow a bunch of it. I'm going to need a lot of it eventually. Well, see, when the 1.17 update came out, I was worried about the zero-tick kelp farm because I heard that zero-tick farms are going to get eliminated with the new update. And so immediately as soon as a new update came out, I checked, and no, the zero-tick kelp farm still worked. It turns out that, you know how I said the same principle will work for bamboo or sugarcane? So I built this, and it doesn't work. It totally does not work. You see the kelp farm is working fine. Bamboo. I got nothing. I got nothing. It doesn't work anymore. So it doesn't work anymore for bamboo. It doesn't work anymore for sugarcane. But yeah, the zero ticking still works for kelp. Shh. Don't tell Mojang. It'll be our little secret. Anyway, oh, another thing I noticed. In Bedrock Edition, I can use a Silk Touch tool on these things, and it will drop glowberries. That doesn't work in Java Edition. If you break the glowberry vines with any tool, Silk Touch or otherwise, in Java Edition, it just destroys it. It goes away, and you get nothing. So that's kind of cool. Anyway, I want to talk about how I was going to do this magical thing of curing all of my villagers multiple times with a single potion of weakness. And trust me, I can do it. But to do that, I need to talk about how cauldrons work. I got a little demonstration set up over here. Cauldrons are deceptively versatile. You can do a lot of things with cauldrons. If you leave cauldrons outside, exposed to the sky, in the rain, they will over time fill up with water, or if it snows, they'll fill up with powdered snow. Once they're full, you can collect that water or powdered snow with a bucket. If you leave them with pointed dripstone above them and a water source or a lava source above whatever the pointed dripstone is attached to, as I have back here, these cauldrons will over time fill up with water or fill up with lava. And the water will go from empty to 1/3 full to 2/3 full to completely full over time. The lava, I think it just goes from empty to completely full eventually. And I've been hanging around here a while waiting for this to do something, but it hasn't. This cauldron did. It was empty when I put it down, and it's filled up now. Another thing you can do with these cauldrons, and only in Bedrock Edition does this work, I can use dye on a cauldron of water, and it dyes the water that color. And then I can take any kind of leather armor, including horse armor, and use it on the black dyed water, and I get leather armor that's dyed that color. So now I have black leather boots. Very fashionable. Another thing I can do, if I can empty this thing out, there we go. With a cauldron full of water, if I have dyed armor and use it on a cauldron full of regular water, it will clean that armor off and turn it back to its original color. This will work in Java Edition as well. I can also take a banner and use it on the clean water. It will remove one layer of the banner pattern from the banner. And there's one other thing you can do with cauldrons that involves... Actually, there's several other things you can do with cauldrons that involves potions. And this is in Bedrock Edition only. Let me show you my potion brewing setup here. You know how I used to have chest storage under the stairs here? Well, I got rid of all that and cut down a basement here. Added plenty of extra storage. I've about doubled my storage space down here. And a little potion brewing area here. If I take these cauldrons, put them down here. Don't worry about the soul campfires. That's just for effect. It doesn't really do anything. But you can see, kind of, from the smoke, you can kind of see through the smoke there. I have some pointed dripstone up there. I also have pointed dripstone here with a water source above it. I empty this out. I can take potions, and I can use the potions on the cauldron, and now it has a potion of weakness in that cauldron. It's a third of the way full. I can add another potion. It's 2/3 of the way full. And now it's totally full with potions of weakness. You can't do that in Java Edition. And then I can, actually use empty water bottles and fill them back up with potions of weakness. I'm going to actually take each of these 3 potions of weakness and put 1 in each cauldron. Oh. Never mind. I was going to put 1 in each cauldron, but these 2 cauldrons, unfortunately, they had already, after I put them down, they'd already filled up a third of the way with water. So by trying to add a potion to it, it just fizzled. And I got nothing. That's lame. Alright, well, anyway, that's okay. I have 1 potion of weakness in this cauldron. And with this pointed dripstone dripping water into it, eventually this is going to fill up. And it's going to fill up with potions of weakness. So once it's full, it will be full of effectively 3 potions of weakness. I'll turn 1 potion of weakness back into 3 potions of weakness. I'll just wait around a little bit for that to happen. Okay, that literally took, I don't know, a long time. I figure it probably takes about 20 minutes for one of these cauldrons on average to fill up completely. But I have 2 potions of weakness in this cauldron, 2 potions of weakness in this cauldron. Oh wait, no, never mind. It's full. And I also put a potion of water breathing in here, just so that I could grow that up more. Another slight modification I made is I had to add extra pointed dripstone to this. This didn't grow in 20 minutes, no. This stuff takes forever. Dripstone to grow like this, it takes an eternity. And you might hear a lot of people say, but it's just a cosmetic block anyway. No, wrong. Because cauldrons, because you can do this, it is not just cosmetic. No, you can do this with it. So anyway, right. I have 2 potions of weakness in here and 3 in here. And I extended these dripstone down so that there's not like a huge amount of smoke from the soul campfires. I didn't really think that part through. And because of that, I had tried to put my extra potions of weakness in these cauldrons, and there was already water in there, and just kind of fizzles out that way. That's a problem. So now I can see what's in there before I try to put something else in there. Yeah, you see I got another potion of water breathing. Nice. Anyway, the thing I can do with this cauldron full of potions of weakness is I can use arrows on it. And it will convert a stack of arrows into 64 arrows of weakness. That's something you can't do in Java Edition because you can't put potions in a cauldron. The traditional recipe for arrows of weakness would be to take a lingering potion of weakness in a crafting bench and combine it with 8 arrows, and you get 8 tipped arrows of weakness out of it. Lingering potions are kind of like splash potions, except the effect of the potion lingers in the area for a few seconds after you throw it. To make a lingering potion, you take a splash potion and combine it with Dragon's Breath, a bottle of Dragon's Breath. There's only one place you can get Dragon's Breath from, and that's from the End Dragon. Needless to say, it's hard to come by, and I certainly don't have any of that right now. But the thing about these arrows of weakness is, I can use this to cure the villagers. Because it doesn't matter how the villagers get the weakness effect on them, as long as they're under the effects of weakness, and you use a golden apple on them, it will cure them. That means, essentially what I've done is taken a single potion of weakness, with the benefit of the cauldron, grown it into 3 potions, and used the arrows on it to make 64 arrows of weakness. I can now, out of that 1 potion of weakness, I can cure zombie villagers 64 times from starting with 1 single potion of weakness. Pretty neat. Now, since in Java Edition I can't do this, and I don't have lingering potions, so I couldn't make arrows, there's one other way you can get tipped arrows. You can buy them from a Fletcher. A master level Fletcher has a chance to sell tipped arrows of weakness. In Bedrock Edition, the chance is 1 in 16 that they'll sell tipped arrows of weakness. In Java Edition, the chances are 2 in 17. So it's a slightly better chance. But it would mean to do it that way, you'd have to have an army of Fletchers and trade with them a ton of sticks to try to get them to level up, and eventually hope you get lucky to have a Fletcher that sells the kind of arrows you need. And if I didn't have the ability to make my own potions, you can use splash potions on the cauldron as well. And there is a place where you can get splash potion of weakness in the overworld. You can find them potentially in igloos. Some igloos have a basement, and down in the basement you can find a potion of weakness. So that's one of the things I love about this game. If you don't have the resources to do things in the conventional way, if you're knowledgeable enough about the mechanics of how things work, you can usually find an alternate way to accomplish the same thing. I have my zombie villagers over here that had turned into zombies a long time ago. For some reason, it looks like they've lost their professions, which shouldn't have happened because I had traded with them before they were zombified. But I could just shoot these guys with my Power 5 bow. Probably not the best idea. Let me just use a crappy bow to shoot them with. Just a regular unenchanted bow will do fine. And the other question comes, how do I know what kind of arrow I'm going to shoot? Because I have 2 arrows in my inventory. I have regular arrows and I have the tipped arrows. How do I know which one I'm going to shoot? Well, the priority goes, if you're holding an arrow, if you're holding arrows in your offhand, they have priority over everything else. Then arrows in your hotbar, left to right. Then arrows in your inventory, top row, then the next row, then the next row. So what that means is, if I had the arrows like this, I'd be firing the arrows of weakness with my bow, because that's in the offhand that has priority. As you can see, I shot an arrow of weakness. If I put the arrows of weakness in this slot, then I'd be shooting the regular arrows, because they're on the leftmost slot of the hotbar. Regular arrow. If I move the regular arrows to here, now I'll be shooting the tipped arrows again, because they're in the hotbar that has priority over the first row. If I moved those arrows to here, now again I'd be shooting regular arrows because they're in the top row, as you can see. That's how that prioritizing works. So I'll just put these arrows somewhere in my hotbar, and I know that I'm going to shoot them first. And I'm just going to pull back the bow, and I'm actually not going to draw it back really hard. I don't want to do a lot of damage to this guy. I just want to get the effect on him. So do a quick shot. Actually, wait a minute. I'm going to prioritize my inventory. Okay, like this. All right. Quick shot at this guy, and then get him with the apple. There we go. And I've cured my first of potentially 63 villagers. There probably won't be that many, but, you know, I can cure them up to 63 more times. Okay, I think I've done good enough. I've used up 29 golden apples and cured these villagers 29 times. You can see how many of the arrows I've gone through. I have plenty left. I think I'll spend some time hanging around here and, getting my tools repaired and doing some more enchanting. Incidentally, I believe that cauldron under the lava source has finally filled up. Also, this dripstone has actually grown. I'm surprised it grew this much because I didn't expect it to get that far. I'll take some more dripstone. That's cool. So, there's lava as a renewable source for what it's worth. And that trick with using the cauldrons with a potion in them, oh man, that is so awesome. So now I can take some glass bottles, and I'll take an extra potion of water breathing, and another potion of water breathing, and another, and another, and another, and another. And now I have 6 potions of water breathing. And I can grow more. That's incredible. Way more water breathing potions than I'll ever need. But maybe I'll use a few of them next time. So if you made it this far in this video, you must have liked what you saw. So click on the like button. And if you want to see more videos like this, subscribe to my channel. If you're subscribed, then you'll get to find out what I'm going to do next time with water breathing potions. On Amon Chooses Minecraft. Bedrock versus Java.